Hello, beautiful beings. This is Gypsy Jess coming to you with a collective energy reading this morning. It may look quite dark, but it's actually just a little earlier in the morning. Got my breakfast and my stretching in and decided to go ahead and start you out. 9 of Swords. Perhaps someone had trouble sleeping last night, feeling a bit haunted. 2 of Cups. Ending of a relationship. Getting ending of a relationship. Soulmate. King of Pentacles, spouse. Oh wow. Right. So definitely getting marriage energy here. I'm gonna pull a few more and then some Kipper fortune telling before I go any further. Using the Illuminated Tarot, which I don't use. I haven't been using very often lately. There's a period before I started recording my readings that I used it all the time, and then it just kind of fell off. So, whoa, a whole lot of stuff flipped over there. I'm gonna take the one at the bottom that flipped over. I apologize if the shuffling is kind of loud. I noticed that on one of my readings the other day. I got a little microphone, but it likes to shut off when it wants to, and I had a couple of readings that didn't record a good portion of it, and it's very hard to go back and re-record when you're in it, so I'm anxious to use it. 5 of Swords in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. Right. Get a little bit more information here. But clearly a love situation, a love energy on the table. Remember, as I'm reading, I may pick up on different things. It is a collective reading, so know that portions of it might not fit for you, and that's okay. So definitely love and definitely marriage on the table here. Bottom of the deck. Oh my goodness. And Lovers in reverse. Alright. So this is coming off right away, but I wanted to get a few more cards before I called it just to make sure I wasn't jumping the gun, but I'm definitely picking up, I'm either speaking to a masculine or someone who's dealing with a masculine that seems to be going through a divorce. seems to be going through the divorce, and I say that because of these cards here. First, we have the Lovers, the Two of Cups. This is definitely a soulmate, sexual, relational relationship, right? Obviously, we have marriage on the table, courthouse. And we have this Ace of Wands here in reverse. And the part that I'm going to need a little bit more clarification on, because for some of you this is going to be going through a current divorce, and I feel like I'm speaking to the masculine here, who in some cases, while wanting a new beginning in this relationship and whatever changes are going through it, there just seems to be a lot of pain, a lot of bittersweet energy to it. King of Pentacles, that's definitely my stable spouse card, and he is in the upright here, being guided by this Page of Cups, and I feel like this is definitely a new beginning wanted, something that where there's children involved, something that's been real and set for a while, and that's definitely going through some changes. And with this Lovers in reverse, I feel like there's been a loss of intimacy, and this can be a very difficult situation. Now, for others of you, and I'm going to pull more cards in a minute just to get clarification, this may be someone, and again, I feel I'm either talking to the Divine Masculine or someone dealing with the Divine Masculine here, who is looking to offer something up new in marriage. Perhaps they see a partner that that would be very fruitful, right? That they want to pursue something with. But there seems to be some conflict, and I think for more of you especially, this is going to be the possibility of a marriage ending, and that can be very hard. Something that, despite trying again, this has just gone through too many changes and is struggling to move forward. And with the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Lovers in reverse, this is definitely one that is either no longer partaking in physical intimacy, or there's very little physical intimacy there. We'll figure out why, but definitely a very bittersweet energy. Very bittersweet. What do I want to take here? I'm going to take this guy. Now, there could be a lot of money, a lot of investment. There's clearly at some point a lot of love here. With the Lovers, the Two of Cups, Ace of Wands, this was a very loving relationship at a certain point. And while I feel there is love to be offered, this is definitely transformed. Nine of Swords again. I'm going to put this down here and then I'll speak on it more. And Nine of Swords again. I do feel like there's a child in the mix here. Oh, Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there's heartbreak here. A lot of pain, a lot of betrayal. This may even be a relationship where there is a child involved, where someone has desired marriage that has not actually been offered. Got what they wanted in terms of being with this person and having a child, but it wasn't what it cracked out to be. But definitely heartbreak. Ace of Cups, a very guarded heart. Oof, what happened? And then Six of Pentacles in reverse. So this relationship in every way, shape, or form was destined to always happen. Right? The Two of Cups, the Lovers, the Six of Pentacles. There was an intense attraction and love here at one point. But this is no longer in balance. This is no longer giving equally. This is no longer giving equally for whatever reason, and now there's a lot of pain. A lot of pain on both parts. A lot of negative thoughts and hauntings from the past. A lot of ghosts in this relationship. And now we have a guarded heart and a new start that's being blocked. See there? There's no emotion coming from this cup. And there's a sense of infidelity here, but it's not on the table. It's just, with that Three of Swords and that Five of Swords, it's just, seems to be a lot of water under the bridge here. A lot of betrayal. I don't see the Seven of Swords, but the Five of Swords and Three of Swords together especially. Now, the masculine here could be wanting to continue to try for a new beginning. There may be a lot of money involved in this situation, and a divorce would definitely mean possible sudden wealth for one. Bunch just fell out there, so I'm not going to take it. But an equal divide. Right? Not an equal give, but an equal dividing of the house. And for some of you as well, you may be dealing with a masculine that's going through divorce, is in separation or something of that nature, and you're wanting a new start, but this doesn't appear to be a good situation to be party of. King of Wands right there, yeah. Definitely get strong infidelity here, and I'm really sorry for either end of that, but King of Wands reversed, that really is a philanderer of sorts, very passionate, right? But he'll do with the Five of Swords, he'll do what he wants. He'll get what he wants, Doesn't always think. Yeah, Page of Wands, doesn't always think, goes in, makes a mistake. So, if I'm speaking to a masculine here, or even about a masculine that you're dealing with, know that this person, while they may look like a a stable husband material kind of situation, may even be quite wealthy. There are a lot of things going on under the surface here. This heart is closed. This heart is closed and broken. And whoever is dealing with this person, whether it be you or another, and if I can assure you, if there are two women involved in this situation, both of their hearts are broken. Just as I say that, 2 of coin pops out in reverse. So I'm gonna say yes. This was juggling. This was a juggling of 2 people. I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel like for most of you, this is definitely a divorce situation, where a man was juggling two options, right? Possibly went outside of that marriage, and now is in a very tough space, possibly wanting a new start, perhaps even for the sake of a child. But there's a lot of anger, a lot of heartache, and for at least one of these people here, a very closed and broken heart. Something that keeps them up at night. One or both up at night. But with the 6 of coins in reverse here, I definitely get strong divorce, an equal division of assets. Bottom of the deck. Judgment. Yeah. In reverse there. Oh. If you're going through this right now, love, I'm very sorry. I know this is probably very hard. Something that once seemed very full of light and love appears to be coming to an end. And if this hasn't been fully called, if judgment hasn't been fully called here yet, I do feel that it is not far off. And while that judgment may have been to give this a fresh start, to try and overcome, it seems to be very difficult, with the amount of the heartache and truly betrayal that's on the table. So if none of this is resonating for you right now, go ahead and click off. If you're not dealing with anyone like this, if you are not the masculine in this environment or masculine spouse in this energy, this reading isn't for you. But whoever it is going to, I'm sending you lots of love right now, especially when there's a child involved, because these situations are never easy. It does appear that the illegal situation will work out, though, in favor, at least 50-50, Maybe you find that favorable, maybe you don't, but... Magical shapeshifter. Let me get one more, because we can take that a couple ways. To me, that gets very like blind magician. Magical shapeshifter, that's magician energy too. And that's the creator or the trickster, right? Ability to create something out of nothing, out of the elements, but also to paint a show, right? Use the elements to blind you. Someone who looks like one thing and actually is another. 52, that's 7. Could be a message from Spirit for you to be careful. But also someone who has the ability to, you know, to change things, to create a new start, and maybe trying to, but yeah, I'll pull some cards on that, but wishing well. Mass there. I feel like this is someone wishing for the truth, for this mask to come off. I'm gonna get some cards on that. Oop. And the Fool flipped right out of there. See how those are alike as well? Oh, Fool and Magician energy here. Wearing his mask. And with those two together, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. There's the Fool's mask. Magician's elements. So I'm gonna keep this. This is a new start, and whether this is a new start in a divorce or a new start in the relationship, I cannot say, because again, the Fool comes before the Magician, right? He can be foolish in several ways, and one that it's that fresh leap of faith, just fool, jump on in. But then there's also, you know, to be acting like a fool, right? He's jester to the king, right? He dances in parades and you know, with this, I'll pull a couple more cards on it, but I feel like I'm speaking to someone who's made a judgment that this, what appeared to be a king, is really a trickster, a fool that made them believe they were something else. And it's not until this mask comes off and they see this person for who they truly are, right, where everything comes to light. And this female's able to walk away. And perhaps this is someone you wanted to have a child with, right? But doesn't appear to be on the table anymore if that's the case. So tell me more about this Fool, Magician, this Lover, this separation of two people. If this is not a marriage, it's a very, very serious commitment, but I do feel this is a marriage. That once held a lot of passion and a lot of love. And I feel like this is also a female breaking free of this illusion, right? He's still wearing his mask and performing or walking around blindly, whereas she does not. She's looking at it, she's seeing it for what it is, a mask. An illusion, you know? And right here with that little circle behind it just makes me look at all this like someone who presented themselves to be the stable, loving, committed partner, but who was really a trickster and a fool. You know, a wolf in sheep's clothing here with that King of Wands in reverse. Just this fiery little boy. The angry little boy. And maybe you're wishing for them to be something else, to take that mask off and to grow, but we'll see. We'll see here. Spirit, tell me more about this Fool going forward. Three of Cups in reverse. Temperance. This person may more recently have been acting very, very foolish. I'm definitely getting wine, women, and song. But this is being tempered by spirit, and especially with the heartache and everything underneath here. I'm just gonna tip this a little bit so you can see a little bit more. There you go. Hopefully that gives you better. All that heartache and misuse of magical power underneath, that sexual power. That's being tempered by spirit. And I think partly that's because they're being seen for who they are. And while it may not feel like it right now, the sun is coming out in the situation, just like the sun that's starting to come up here this morning. You're no longer in the dark. What's done in the dark will be brought to the light. Emperor in reverse. Yeah, so again, this is quintessential spouse card. You know, a powerful man who rules, you know, his entire empire. But with him in reverse, this is someone who is very out of balance. Very out of balance. And again, with the shapeshifter and all these energies here, I really do feel like this is someone who presented on the outside to be strong, ambitious, stable, financially, very responsible, but that definitely behaved in a very foolish way. And I'm guessing that there's, outside of possibly just a divorce here, there's maybe some other loss. Because that's what's pulling, that's how Spirit's pulling this person out of this behavior. But the damage is definitely done. Damage is done. Spirit, tell me more about this Emperor, please. I'm not going to go too much longer because this is kind of a tough reading. And I'm guessing for someone, you know, you're finding this after being kept up at night, or you know, you're up at night not being able to sleep, and wanting a little affirmation on the situation. But I can tell you, you are going to be okay. You are going to be okay. Two of Pentacles again. One or both of you has a choice, and that is the choice to start a new journey. And if I'm talking to the masculine in this, you know, that could be to try and make this marriage work, or to try something new. I can tell you, if you choose to, you know, put more effort into this, it will be work. It will be work. There may be a lot of distance between you two. Definitely getting with the world and the Two of Pentacles here, this particular one, this it's a huge divide, a huge separation. King of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. A huge divide. And all I can say is, this person appears to have shown you or you, if this is the masculine, have appeared to show some colors, some things that were wounded on you, and this has had a big effect on your relationship. And I'm not saying like you're wrong, or you know, everything works out the way it's intended to. But there's a huge divide between two people here, a huge divide, and there may be even physical space, a physical separation in between these two. A loss of money, a loss of marriage, and that's spirit. You know, you will always atone for your behaviors. You'll always atone for your choices. Spirit, what guidance? Actually, oh, and there it is. Dang it, bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords. Yeah. What a tough reading this morning. Sorry, you guys, but this is someone who, you know, they got what they wanted by any means, not taking into account other people, and they did. And it's very bittersweet. You know, it's very bittersweet. And this also could very much be the bittersweet ending of a marriage. Like, you know it's the right thing. You know it can't be mended, and doing your best to separate on good terms with an equal judgment for both. But it's hard, you know, especially if you thought this is someone you were going to be with for the rest of your life. You know, and it's a big change in your world and your situation, and my heart goes out to you. Spirit, help me give guidance. Person, people watching this, for moving forward. What does this person need to know moving forward? What does this person need to know moving forward? Yeah. With the 3, the 7, and the 5 on the table, all of it, it's, yeah, this person was drinking, this person was, or I won't say was drinking, this person was struggling with addictions or certain behaviors. So, you know, wine, women, and song is what I hear. And if you were in a marriage, that is not the combination for a successful outcome. You know, an impetuous, passionate person who, you know, can be successful in a lot of endeavors, whether it be financial or business, and that energy is definitely on the table. But when it comes to getting things by any means, it can be very difficult. Very difficult. And you may be struggling to call judgment on the situation, right, and not see it for what it is, and that's what's keeping you up at night. Can they come back? Can they be the spouse? Can they be the person? And the fact of the matter is, even if they turned around and, you know, chose to be that person tomorrow, you know, could you forgive and release all the stuff that's happened? And that's, you know, that's something that you both have to be able to do in order for this to work. Ace of Wands for a new choice, for a new start. And it seems, I'm just speaking to someone who's in contemplation about this, in contemplation about a new beginning, about trying again. And this may be the point in separation where you have to decide, you know, where I'm at in the world, at least this part of the country, you have to be separated for a year before you can finalize divorce. And you may be coming to the end of that separation period and having to make a choice. Which path do you go? Do you have another cycle with this person, or do you end it? Yeah, there it is. 2 of Swords, a choice. You're not sure they want to take this cup. That cup that was being offered, that little page. They're not sure. They're not sure. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. They're not sure if they still want to be that spouse. But you know the answer. Your intuition knows the answer. you've already called judgment on this situation. And I know you're sitting there thinking you still have a choice, and the choice may be out there in the physical world. But in the spiritual world, you already know. You already know. Wheel of Fortune, last one here. You already know. And this is going to change. This is going to turn. This situation is going to turn, and it's turning up in your favor, right? With this being in the upright here. Know that you know which choice to make, right? And there's happiness at the end of that rainbow. The path that you choose. You've already made judgment on this, and so is Spirit. And you know if this is going to be a new start in your relationship or a new start on your own, which you can absolutely do. Queen of Pentacles, she is grounded and financially stable, confident and kind, loving. You can do this. But the fact of the matter is we have a divine couple on the table, a divinely paired King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, with the Six of Cups, the Lovers, Two of Cups. This is a soulmate relationship. It's up for you to decide if it is for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And it very well could be. It very well could be. Whatever this heartbreak is, you can make a choice. But I feel you've already made a choice. And this reading right now is simply confirmation on the new start that you've already chosen. And happiness and abundance is at the end of that 777. That's Spirit telling you. Spirit has made the judgment as well. All right. I'm going to get one last card of guidance for you. Actually, I was going to do one more, but I may take some message cards for you. I'm afraid that might confuse you, though. I don't want to confuse your intuition here. So no matter what I say, remember, it's always based on your intuition. You know what you know. And just because I say something, it's just the energy on the table. But this is I feel like this is a choice that you already know the answer to. You already know the answer to. Into your vortex, aligning with infinite abundance. Sun and Wealth, Wheel of Fortune, infinite abundance. All of that. Everything, and there's the rainbows again. Everything you want is coming to you. Everything you want is coming to you. You know it, you can feel it, you're manifesting it. 1010, and this cycle of heartbreak and hurt, that's over. This distance between you and love, and it's over. You're aligning with everything, and it's, you know, the gold at the end of the rainbow. See the rainbows there? And all of this is turning in your favor. All of this is turning in your favor. I will say, for some of you too, a few of you, if you've recently met someone who did come out of a divorce and some heartbreak from the past, whether that's you or someone else, and I suppose for a few of you this can very much be the case, but I know there's a divorce on the table, whether it's in the past or, you know, it's in the future. I can't necessarily say. You know, readings are fluid, time is fluid. But if one or both of you has a divorce in your past, I can tell you that moving forward, there's abundance. So if this is a new start with someone you've just met and you're thinking, I want to marry this person, it's going to work out. It's going to work out. It's just a matter of getting through all the heartbreak, you know, the bitter sweetness of the past, all of the lovers that hurt you before. But for those of you that need to make a choice, and that's to separate or not separate, to divide equally or for equal investment, you know the answer. You already know the answer. You can feel it in your heart. You know it in your chest. You've already called judgment on this, and I promise you at the end of that is happiness, is fortune. The universe will conspire to make everything you dream and deserve come true. But you must confidently make the choice first. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.